Greetings, hello, hi, my name is Claire. I hope you're treating yourselves well and, of course, others. This is a reading of your next phase, I guess it would be like your next phase in life or just cycles that you're going through, perhaps identifying some stuff, I don't know, assessing the situation. So we'll get to knowing. Cycles are definitely ending. You could not even understand what is happening right now. What is that? The Seven of Cups on the bottom really suggests that, also with the death, and the death is really one of the more visual pleasing, it's a really nice card. So maybe you're enjoying that something is kind of coming to an end, or kind of thrilled at the prospects of just something getting switched up. I think you've been through a cycle of just stagnancy, but probably in the realm of self-care. You've probably been hermit mode, to yourself, trying to figure out how to be good to yourself and others. The Five of Swords in reverse as well. I don't know if I said this is the Four of Swords, so it kind of would be you resting, recuperating. The Death card would say that maybe you are tired of being tired. Maybe you're sleeping a lot and you feel like you're kind of in Groundhog Day mode. Every day is kind of the same in some way, form, or fashion. You're doing the same routine, same things. I think your life is probably going pretty well when it comes to the Five of Swords popped up and it was in reverse. So I think you are letting go of all the things that you would detest, loathe. You're not giving in to things that kind of trip you up any longer. The Temperance card upright. So you are emotionally stable. You're feeling good. And I cannot stop looking at this Death card. I hope you can just bask in its glory. So this whole phase, everything you've gone through, I think you had a lot of feelings towards what has happened at one point, and now you are get it out of my face. Let's go forward. I think you were trying to build with the people that you enjoy. Perhaps there's a longing sense, you could be working towards a certain lifestyle that you are actually very familiar with and kind of let go of at one point, or you're grasping for something that you know of, that you're thankful that the death is happening right now, because you are maybe I'm closer to this maybe emotional something or another. Maybe you have a crush. Maybe you're wanting to find eloquence in the ways that you feel about this person. The Page of Cups upright. Maybe you're hoping that either this person comes to you first because you feel as though maybe they have something to say and you don't. Three of Cups. You no longer want to bicker or talk about a lot of things. I think with the Three of Cups, it's kind of I want to be social and I want to go out. I want to forget about the bad times, and I want to have the conversations I need to with the people that I need to. I think you could have had a lot of occurrences where people stifled your growth, and you could be having I think this is kind of translating you could be the type of person that looks for sales and deals for some reason or another. I'm kind of getting the Star upright. I think that you have some quirks to you that you are trying to maybe recycle upwards. I think you have in your life, you look for secondhand things. You try to refurbish stuff. I think you like to build a lot. I think you really enjoy building with people. Like, if you could find people that enjoy the simplistic things in life, I think there's a love of activities. Like, it could even just be like mental activities or like games or something, but I think you enjoy like getting to know people, or there's like the star quality of you. So the Ten of Swords, yeah, it's all about who can take the fun and games and amplify it, I think, at this point. No more Mr. Nice Guy, I'm hearing. So I think you have a softness to you that has been maybe, I think you're soft because you've had people like take meat cleavers to you. There's like this, the Ten of Swords. Life has taken you and maybe poked holes into you to the point where you, like, I'm hearing Swiss cheese, but I think you are very gushy. You're very plush at this point because life has rounded you, all your edges off. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. You're kind of like a mystique at this point, like a shadow of what you were, a shadow of what you once were. You have attained a lot of knowledge from despair and prosperity. I think you've been growing undercover and not seeing any results, so you're looking outwards at this point. You're like, what are my options around me, because I'm seeing my crops are growing right now, and maybe that feels good to you, but also there's a sense of like, where else can we inflate ourselves? Where can we expand? I think expansion is a big aspect of what's happening next, and you're trying to figure out like what could possibly be a bad thing on this earth, because things are like being broadened. Things are a lot more obtuse right now. So the good and the bad are kind of the Four of Wands in reverse. I think you have found ways in yourself where you're like, okay, that's not so grand. That's not so grandeur. Like, I want to be different now. I'm going to change that up. I want other people that level up to me, but you have your sights set on a particular person, I think, with the, either you are giving someone all of your effort right now, and it's not really working, and you're trying to figure out where to go, or there's a sense of like you're coming back into someone and it's a little rocky. But I think steadfastness is what we're learning as of right now. Like, there's a very serious sense of like, what have we been learning lately? And with this pile, I certainly think that the things we've been learning in order to, get this Seven of Pentacles going is, what do we want to hold on to? Where the lines need to be drawn. Crops, in order to grow them, take a certain finesse. So you need to, I'm hearing, manage your money well. So maybe prepare for the things that you want. Like, right now is a time where even if you think like it might be like 4 years or 10 years off in the distance, now is the time to kind of put your mindset in, like, even if it's not for the whole like 10 up until 10 years to where you're about to be dealing with this actual lifestyle, like the lifestyle you are planning to attain, even if it takes a while and you're not going to be practicing this sort of behavior the whole time. Right now, because you have dealt with the Three of Swords, you're feeling depleted, or like, how do you move on? How do we go on? You're longing. There's a longing feeling, whether it's like to long away so that you can feel like healing, or you're trying to creep towards someone in a manner that has comfort abound for some reason. Like the Empress is what you're trying to present yourself with. I think no matter what you are, you want the household to, I think I'm hearing household names. So your Seven of Pentacles, I think one of the things you work towards is very much family ties of some sort, whether it's like the generic family ness, which is like a dominant one. Like, who wouldn't love just to have like little kids that resemble you, or that you can take care of, like however you acquire kids. Who wouldn't love a family, you know? But at the same time, if that's not what you want, I think that you aim to attain just something that has stable, like the Three of Swords is what you have dealt with in this life. So the thing that you want on top, the thing that will cure your like void that you feel, the longingness, the next phase in life is to kind of feel out the void of not having structure. Like the pillars in your life have been easily swayed, or the stability in your life has been kind of inept or malignant, I'm hearing. But I think that there is a serious longing for it's like the Eight of Swords. The thing that you want might be so around you and so close, and you can feel it. You feel it on a day-to-day basis, how much you want it. Maybe you can even see the path to it. There's sights on it. It's attainable in some way, but you feel very stuck for some reason. I think that there is maybe the Devil in reverse. This is a time of definitely you making slow decisions towards the things that you are trying to figure out. Because, okay, back to good and evil. Good and evil is the plight as of right now, because we could all be the type of person that those lines are not black and white. They're very, like, I think the term would be thick. And the lines, it's just like good and evil, right and wrong. Who's to say? There's a lot of things that occur between those definites. So I think you are finding that maybe you haven't been because you have been in such a lifestyle that hasn't felt like a drought. Like you have felt the absence of stability, staying power, like the ability for you. People have failed you a lot in a lot of ways, maybe throughout your entire life, but your core is fleeting. So I think what you want is to feel a home. So in order for that to happen, you want someone else to make you like, you want to feel like home to someone else too, right? That's the thing. I think that is your next phase. Your Seven of Pentacles, like your Three of Pentacles would be what would end up as, like, I keep on going back to the seven because I think how to build with someone. Maybe you've made someone feel like inferior accidentally, even like maybe just the way that you are. Maybe you're very standoffish, doing your own thing, fearful that people don't want you around, or that your company is not accepted in some way, or maybe you don't profit enough or resemble the ideal circumstance that someone would want for some reason or another, like doubt for some reason. So your Three of Pentacles, you're on your seven. You're on your way. You're getting there. You have all the work ethic in the world. But your Three of Pentacles next is like building yourself up to know that, like, you need to be able to comfort someone too. Like, you need to work out of some way, like, push the boundaries of what makes you feel comfortable. If someone gives you a little bit of openness, like, be open with them. If you feel like attracted to someone and they give you like they have like reached out to you in some way, and I mean, don't play it cool is what I'm saying. Like, your next phase is to be pure in your feelings. Like, if you're very like open, easily excitable, easily entertained or something like that, even if you're not, like, if you're a very like to yourself person, this is the test. You need to put yourself out there on a limb, some way, some form or fashion. There's a way that you could present yourself differently to attract a like structure feeling, because the thing that you want is the pillars. You're trying to build your monument. You're trying to build your parliament is what I'm hearing. There might be like a person involved in this, or if not, I think that on the way you will find that the person that you do find will really appreciate this quality in you. So there's just a strong sense of like, don't give in to your lower self that thinks that like people don't want you to reach out, or people don't want you to excel or like show yourself. Don't hide yourself. There's like, if you think you're hiding to show yourself at a later time for some reason, or like you don't want to give too much away for some form or fashion, there's a strong need to dispel the need for that sort of behavior just for right now. Like, the secrecy could be beneficial in some ways, but as of right now, I think that you are wanting to feel comfortable, and homely keeps on coming to mind, but I think it's just like you want to feel safe to someone, so you get safety back sort of feeling. So assume the position, and you gotta know Olivia. Pile 2, hello, greetings. This is next phase in your life. So, shall we? I tried going the other way and it did not feel right. Maybe you're feeling as though if you you have a situation where you could have a lot of different outcomes. The Page of Cups, upright. The Emperor, I think you're the type of person who has gone through a lot of schooling or a lot of education, maybe read a lot of books, maybe as of lately you have been reading for some reason or studying up on something. You are scaling a mountain or a bigger task in your life, maybe something you felt that is bigger than a lot of other things that you've ever done, and it's taking maybe perhaps a lot of your time. The next phase is started off feeling pretty lonely. I think you maybe had started off feeling optimistic, or kind of like, we got this, let's do it, let's go. But 5 of Pentacles, this was the Emperor, and I mean, it looks good, so you probably are like holding it together. If anything is kind of maybe things are boiling up to the surface, or you feel like you might be starting to like crack a little bit, but I don't think it's showing actually. You could be not very visual though for some reason. You could have been kind of like escape route, I'm hearing, but 5 of Pentacles, trying to grow your own lifestyle, maybe grow out of a certain way of being, but you're growing. I think, like, when I say your own lifestyle, maybe you're trying to like start maybe like a knight or something. Like you could be trying to like grow a business, but like a social one. It could be like a social endeavor, like maybe you host or throw parties or events, shows. Maybe you're trying to do that. Maybe you're moving into a place that is close to a venue, or I'm hearing on top of a venue. But I think that you are really assuming the position of like walking to the ledge, the Five of Wands, maybe out of duality of dealing with a lot lately. I think you have always kind of had your sights set on whatever is happening lately, or the things you want. You can't, like the Five of Wands, no doubt, like look at all these things in this guy's hands. I think that there's a lot of things that you've always wanted to do with your life, and now you're kind of like, well, it's insanely bizarre. Things are very hectic, awry, if you will. So why not try for the things that I could like really go for? And I'm looking at the eyes a lot on this. It's a spider, and spiders kind of dignify life plans. So you could really feel like your life path is maybe unfolding before your eyes, and everything is so complicated, convoluted, complex, hard. You're feeling very like transformational. It's getting very real. I think you're like, let's play ball, Six of Pentacles, and yes, it's really taking everything. This period of time is like, you got to give it your all because you kind of want it all, perhaps. Your next goal is very big scale. It is life altering. You are doing something that is never before. Maybe you've attempted it in certain ways, but never like this, or it doesn't feel like this. This is feeling very real. Four of Pentacles, you could even be kind of like juggling finances or kind of on the wire. The next step could take a financial leap. You could be having to like move, but it takes a little trust in the situation. Like the next place that you go to, you are moving, and some might even call it negligent, to not have plans. But this is a phase of like, get it by any means, get rich or die trying, I'm hearing. I think that was like one of the first CDs I ever bought. You could be feeling kind of like wanting to keep things lighthearted in a way, but life is kind of like banging you back into place. Like this is a period where you're like feeling maybe run down, and like you should be resting, or like you're feeling depleted in certain ways. So you're like, how do I make money? But in reality, you might have to be spinning a little bit out of your comfort zone in this next phase, because there's a lot of pentacles and it's a lot on the realm of like finance. So I think that you have the Ten of Swords. Oh my gosh, you might this next phase is gonna be a little freaky. It's gonna be a little scary. I'm not even gonna front. They're asking you to hold it together. I'm like, it's gonna be okay for sure. Like everything in me does not feel heavy. The Nine of Pentacles, oh my gosh, yeah. So right now you might be feeling like you're on your path to doing something in certain ways, but you might have come to like a stagnancy point or like a plateau in certain ways, and you're kind of like looking around at options. You could feel like you're needing to like stack or like build in some way, but I think there's a sense of like move. There's a sense of like transition. I think you're recycling things. You might need to downsize or rearrange in some way, form, or fashion. Look for new housing or places to go, ideal situations that you would want to be a part of for long term. The Nine of Pentacles is it's on the other side of this Ten of Swords. Like I think that it's like this like haze, like it's a scary little fog. You're kind of like driving through the fog, and it's gonna be like thick air. Like it might feel really hard to like breathe at times, but I think that's kind of like you psyching yourself out, because this world sets us up to believe that we have to make certain moves, or like things are out to like freak us out a little bit. And I think you might be kind of, there's a lot of pentacles, so you're physical, like you're feeling maybe very real. You're like, things are starting to get very maybe excited deep down, because you realize like what is at play, almost like you, because I think that your path is very in tune. Like you could have been on this wave for a while, so I think maybe you're kind of like seeing like maybe it's all coming together, like maybe you feel like things are so hectic, and like you don't even understand how to keep things balanced as of right now, so you're like, okay, why not switch it up? Like everything you've held tightly almost is kind of like easy to let go of maybe right now. Like you could have always felt like you were going to be doing certain things or be certain ways, and that's even kind of supplying nothing. Like you could feel almost numb, judgment. And I think you going through things or not are kind of letting it roll off of you, because maybe so much has happened in the recent like the present recent, like you're just hoping, like, because maybe like even the past feels bad, the present feels bad, like so many things are just kind of whatever, that you're like, the future can only be so like much better than this, right? Like it can't be terrible. I think you kind of have like, it's a playfulness, but hope is the bigger strength in this. Like I think that maybe you kind of had a sense of like maybe an attitude of like, woe is me, or you could have just had like the King of Pentacles. Yeah, you could have been doing things a certain way for so long, or like kind of aspired for certain lifestyles or things. You've been yourself. You're always going to be yourself, but life is kind of putting you in a blender and turning it on. And I think that the next phase is going to be very depleting, maybe financially at the beginning, because you could just like, it might not be like completely, but you might be spending a little bit out of your range of comfort zone. Just like go with it. Go with emotions. Do not overspend, of course. Like, I don't know why I said that so strongly. Geez, I'm sorry. But, like, it's not about indulgence. It's about you need to step off of the ledge of, like, worry and panic and onto the balcony of, like, your horizon. Like, your skyline is here. You can now view the things that are upon you. I think that you can kind of feel that the Empress in reverse. Gosh. So maybe things that you've had a lot of setbacks and you're kind of shell-shocked, stunned. Maybe the idea of things being decent or not difficult is like almost beyond you at this point. So you don't have any expectations. This could have been so emotionally discarding that you are now like a shell of what you once were. Like I went back to like, you are the same person, okay? Like I feel like the need to tell you that, like, you are still fantastic there. You're sizzling. I don't know what I'm saying, but the Empress in reverse, you see through the line. You've got a lot of potential. You might feel fried as of lately. Maybe have gotten like, you might feel like you've gotten too much sleep, or you're not even like, you might have like slept so much that you don't even have dreams anymore, or something like that. Feeling like you don't even have dreams in this life anymore. Like 5, 6, 7, 8. Like you're like, what is even possible for me? Yeah, the 8 of Swords. You could just be feeling like anything that I'm going to do is going to get chopped off, chopped down. I'm going to get cut down. Who even likes me? What am I even doing? that kind of like depleted attitude has maybe been circling you, maybe because people have been putting it on you, or perhaps you've been held around people that you don't care to be around for some reason or another, that are expecting things of you. There's a grayness that has filled your day-to-day, and to add the variance, to add the vibrance, I think you need to take a deep breath and assess the situation, maybe walk towards, like, start on a path, the day-to-day stuff, like start on a path. Let's see, haven't done these. You could need to be saving money, like, as of right specifically now, because I think in the very near future your next phase is definitely going to be like an uncomfortable spending. The Page of Pentacles, you could have come up to a recent finding of money, like a recent income or something like that, and kind of thinking of ways how to spend it as of right now. Hold on to that thought for a second, because I think the Sun in reverse, your next testament, your next unveiling is not here yet. There's a divine timing, there's a source of timing, no matter what you believe in. This world does kind of run on its own sort of clock, and as of right now, the opportunity has not unveiled itself to you, so you need to hold off on any sort of major investments, because the Knight of Pentacles, in reverse, I think if you make any certain investments right now, you could kind of feel too depleted. Like, I don't know if you would really, like, you could mess things up in the future. What's coming for you is something certainly for you, and you might feel all of this anyways, so I'm just saying words. But save any sort of money that you get as of like right now. Like, if you're thinking about making a giant investment, just hold on for a little second, because I think in the near future, very soon, you will kind of have an unveiling of a new situation, justice in reverse. I think life will kind of send you through a few hoops, perhaps. You might feel like it's a little uncomfortable, but it won't be for naught. It's going to definitely have a result in something that it will be the next sword for your adventure. Like, the next phase in life is definitely not available to you right now. Like, I don't think you per se see it. Like, you might feel stability on your shoulders, or like the want for something. Six of Wands, like, you might feel like you want success in a certain way, but you don't know how to get it. Like, you just have the feeling of like, I'm going to be successful, but I'm not really sure how to, like, what path to go down as of right now, or how to spend my time. Should I give in to like feeling good, like pleasure? Should I give in to like day-to-day self-care rituals, or like should I be working all the time? Like should I travel? Should I stay home? Like, I think there's a lot of what ifs, a lot of thinking, and that could be kind of like clouding your arena, because truly what's happening is coming for you. I think that it's just not visible right now, and it will take finances. The Four of Pentacles upright, it will definitely take like, I'm here like Jenga, but that's not the one. It's Tetris. You will need to definitely assess your next phase properly, and like make the right moves in order to, like, it won't be hard, I don't think, in order for you to like get the financial reward, to like get that new place or get into that new stability category that you've been trying to get, whether it's like emotionally or business. There's a new plateau you're trying to reach, and I don't think it's going to be necessarily as hard as everything else has been, but it will take a little bit of discomfort at the beginning for some reason. It will take a little bit of bend and little give. So maybe like emotionally, patience is definitely needed. Don't sway from, like, you might feel like kind of anxious, like you might fall into habits where you cope in certain ways. Just make sure that you don't stray too far from the path, and don't stomp out your own flame, I'm hearing. So your next phase, let's do one more feeling, or maybe I'll do this book. Okay. Maybe you are wanting maybe people have counted you out for some reason. Maybe you are finding that you have like a certain type of person that you go towards, and you're trying to assess how to get good results with the same type of person. Like you have a type, like a cycle that has kind of like reoccurred in your life for some reason through people. I think that might be because you have to deal with it in your like next phase of a person. Like you might have a relationship or a business partner, a friendship or something that's going to be this cycle that you can recognize might reoccur with this human or situation in general. And I think your patience is needed or will be tested in some way, form, or fashion. Like there is success to be had in it, but I think it will take time, and also you might have to teach in some way, form, or fashion. Like, yeah, there's like some sort of teaching, but also like you'll learn by teaching for some reason, I'm hearing. Like, I think maybe someone might open up to you if you like give them a little like more of yourself, or like if you open up to someone or like teach someone something, they might like give you some, I don't know, like a clue in your life, like something weird like that, some like mysticism kind of, just, that jazz. There's something just, yeah. What a weird way to end, but yeah, you got this. I love you.